My name is Aileen Wen McGroddy. I am directing The Late Wedding by Christopher Chen. I started out in theater acting in high school, and by a sort of like chance sequence of events, when I got to college, there was a show that needed a director, and I sort of had this like, oh, what the hell, like why not moment. It was like all of these things that I love to do. I love to play pretend. I love building games and rules. I love solving problems, and it allowed me to sort of work in world building, and that was like both world building in terms of what is the world of this play like, what does it look like, what does it feel like, what does it sound like, but also what is the world of the rehearsal room, how is it that we work, what kinds of processes to use, what's the culture in our little room. Being able to have my hands in both of those things I find immensely fun and satisfying. I think that this show is asking questions about what is this thing that we do when we get into, and it's often a romantic partnership, this idea of partnership, and you say, I'm gonna choose this person to be my other person. And no matter how closely you can bind your lives together, no matter how hard you reach for each other, what is this distance that still sits in between two people? And in that distance is where we get sort of the like these big moments of big heartbreak or big love, this little distance that always remains between the choice to wrap your life around somebody else's. I chose it for a couple of reasons. I was very interested in Christopher Chen's work, so I was reading all of his plays, and I was like, oh, this one's a fun one. I first read it, and I was like, oh, this play is, it's really fun, it's highly theatrical, we go in between lots of different kinds of worlds and environments, the rules are always changing, it's really playing a game with its audience, and it'd be a ball to direct. And for this project, for my thesis project, I really wanted to work on a piece where I was telling a story that felt close to me, to work on bringing myself fully as a person to the work, which as a director, I'm not physically on stage, but I've found one of the biggest things I've learned in grad school is that the work becomes so much more powerful if I'm able to bring my personal vulnerabilities to that story. Initially in this piece, I didn't quite see it, but then I went through a very large heartbreak in my life. And all of a sudden, this play just dropped into place. All of the pieces, I was like, oh, this play, yes, it is very smart. This play is very playful. It is highly theatrical. It's like working in literary forms, wow. And also, it has a broken heart. I'm excited for several things. I think there's a level at which I am just excited for people to be excited to see theater again. What is it that we can do here when a bunch of strangers show up to a room on a day at the time and we all say yes to this this really absurd game of pretend we're all playing. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited, maybe on a more personal level, that perhaps there will be experiences that audience members will have of recognition, of these moments. I have this in rehearsal every day where the actors will be playing a scene and I go, oh, that was me. Or I go, oh, that was someone I loved. That like this, that this is someone who I've seen this before. And I think that it's really incredible to be able to be in a space where you're open to seeing your own reflection, where you're open to letting the actors tell a story that might be about you. I've learned that I can let go. I think one of the things I'm feeling at the end of this graduate program in this moment is, oh, I actually have everything I need. And it's really easy to like grip really tight on anything from like what exactly are we going to do in rehearsal, or what exactly is this moment going to be between these two characters. I think that I've said, I don't know what that is, more times in this rehearsal process than I have in any previous process. And it is so freeing because we discover amazing things in the room. Rehearsals for this show are so fun. It's just a really great group of people, and it's a great room. And that sense of collaboration, of playfulness, but also of everybody bringing in their ideas, their craft, it's such a good space to create. So I feel very, very lucky and grateful to be able to be doing this work right now.